For sure, the artificial intelligence will be a tool that we are going to apply very soon in laboratory medicine. The big problem is that to date, artificial intelligence is not so well known by laboratory professionals, and that laboratory professionals should find a common language with the data scientists and with the clinicians, because they are the link between clinicians and data scientists. In the real world, the laboratory professionals are the people which collect the data, and the data, is the new gold. Then we should be able also to filter the data and to store the data and give to the data scientists the right data. The best data is possible. Otherwise, the data scientists cannot elaborate the right algorithm. So we should do the maximum effort to find a common language with the data scientists, because we are so important in choosing the target of the application of artificial intelligence, and also in collecting the right data and filtering the data. This is very important. So we need a new culture in laboratory medicine, which is very focused on this. For now, we have in very few applications which are FDA recognized. Just a few months ago, maybe no more than 5 of 900 medical devices which are being cleared by FDA. This means that instead of a so big amount of papers, publication and so on, we are still not able to realize reproducible tools that can be accredited and so on. So there is a big job to do by laboratory scientists. About personalized medicine, I prefer to talk about precision medicine, because precision medicine includes the stratification from the biological and molecular point of view of group of patients that then can be treated in the same way. Personalized medicine, a bit different, is a concept which includes the person as a whole, and then there are many other disciplines that intervene during personalized medicine. For sure, we should be more focused on precision medicine. So the impact, has been calculated that laboratory medicine impact for 70% of the decision of the clinician. So I think that we should not improve much more than 70%, but for sure we can continue to help the clinician, in particular if we will be able to integrate laboratory data with the images and with the exposome of the patient. This is why my department is called the integrated diagnostics, because we are trying to make something such as this. For now, in laboratory medicine, in particular, artificial intelligence tools, in particular, deep learning tools are utilized in the image recognition, so in the so-called digital morphology. And this is well understandable, because each image is made by thousands of pixels, so each pixel is a data, and we need a lot of data. So it's much easier to work with images than not with the single data. As I told you, the way is long and need increased investment laboratory professional in this field. And I hope that we will not accept passively from companies and so on new tools, but that we will be the protagonists in making these changes in the future. I love China, and I am guest professor in 2 universities in China, so I know very well. China has an enormous opportunity to improve healthcare worldwide because of the big number of data that can collect, because the digitalization has been already done, and this is not the same all over the world. The WHO launched the digital healthcare digitalization in 2020-2025 program, but was unsuccessful in many countries. In my country, in Italy, China has already digitalized the healthcare system, has a big numbers and a tremendous advancement in technologies and in the management of computing power. I think that in the next future, China will arrive so many tools that can be very useful worldwide. There are many functional units inside that are continuously try to standardize new biomarkers. In the case of the new tools, in particular machine learning or deep learning tools, you can imagine how difficult it is to do this. Before we just tell about the digital morphology, there are so many companies which now are able to produce digital morphology, but at least the harmonization of this is still ongoing, it's still far to be done. So for sure, FCC have to be focused on this emerging technology and the standardization and harmonization of this new technology. We have great expectation about the future. I think that the omics area, the area of artificial intelligence, will make disruptive changes in general in medicine and for sure in laboratory medicine. And so I hope that the young scientists will be open to these changes, have open minds, and in particular will be able to find, as I told you before, common languages with other disciplines. You know that to work with artificial intelligence, we should leave the idea of the silos, so the data which are collected in each different discipline of medicine, and we have to change the paradigm and move from silos to data lakes. We have to be able to talk, to discuss with all the different disciplines. Inside the laboratory medicine, where we use the same tools, maybe today, think to the COVID pandemic, the same molecular instrument, then microbiologists, virologists, geneticists, we should be able to find collaboration. So my advice to the young scientists, be collaborative, be open, and find a way to make the so-called data lakes and to open to all the discipline in a strict collaboration.